Check this.
Hello, this is Socially Triggered, and this video is going to be about Buzzfeed's What Percentage Sexist Are You? And I'm going to take the test and see how sexist I am, and I hope I pass. I don't know if I'm going to pass. We'll see. So find out what biases lurk deep inside you. More questions will appear as you go along. So the first question here is, who should the breadwinner of the family be? Well, obviously the man, because most times men earn more than women. So most commonly it would be the man. So let's see. I don't like the fact that it said should, but I'll go with it anyways. The next question. Who should spend more time on housework? Well, if the man is the breadwinner, it kind of makes sense that the woman should take over more of the household responsibilities. So I'm going to choose woman on that one. Have you ever described a girl as slutty? Yes, only because she was so slutty. In the past, I feel bad about it. I think it sometimes, but never say it. I would never. I've seen really slutty girls, so yeah. So I'm going to say yes, because they were pretty slutty. Without thinking, pick a boss. Well, okay, so without thinking. And then you got these two people. Well, typically, most bosses are men. Sorry, women. It's just a fact. Most men are bosses. So I'm going to pick a man. And answer honestly. Have you ever judged a woman's intelligence because of the way she speaks? And I have. I judge anyone's intelligence by the way they speak. The ability to speak is actually a good way of measuring intelligence. We can sort of quickly get a grasp of how smart that person is by the way they speak. So definitely. Why do you think there's a gender pay gap? Well, there isn't one because there's discrepancies based on women choosing lower paid work. That's one of the reasons, but there's many reasons, but this is the one that they have here. The other things that they have here are there just aren't enough women qualified to be in senior positions at their companies, or they're not interested in higher management. That's also true. Because women and work, are seen as less valuable. So I'm going to go with the first one because there isn't a pay gap, actually. Okay, without thinking, pick a doctor. Well, both look like doctors, but I picked this one because he's got like people behind him and he looks kind of doctorly. Okay. Why do you think there's so few women in politics? Because men are more naturally suited to leadership and politics? Because women have babies in their 30s? Because voters are sexist, women aren't supported in government and face much harassment? Because they don't want to be? I'm going to go with A, the first one. Because men are more suited for politics. Men are natural leaders. It's kind of a male trait. So I'm going to pick that one. Do women make good bosses? No, because they have too much to prove, so they're just bossy. Yes, they're usually better than men. Yes, of course. Normally I would say yes, of course, but this is Buzzfeed, so I want to piss them off. So I'm going to say no on that one. Though I know many good bosses, actually. Good female bosses. I'm going to pick no, just to piss off Buzzfeed. Without thinking, pick a nurse. Well, most nurses, at least in the hospitals around here, male or female, they'll wear pink gowns. It's just to distinguish them from the doctors. So I'm going to pick the pink one. Can women be great mathematicians and scientists? Yes, they probably can. But let's see what the answers are here. No, otherwise you would see more of their achievements in history. Depends. Women's brains are suited to linguistic and emotional intelligence. Yes, even if they have to plow through more BS to get there. That's obviously false. No. I'm going to pick that because they said great mathematicians. And if you think about it, 99.999% of the great mathematicians are male. Just the way it is. That's history. Enjoy it. Okay, next one. If you lost a sport to a woman, how would you feel? Annoyed, but I'm also a woman, so it wouldn't be anything to do with gender. Embarrassed. Annoyed because I'm not like other girls. I'm good at sports. Happy. Good for her. She's so sporty. Livid. Not only because I'm incredibly competitive. Well, I'd be embarrassed. Actually, typical response if a guy loses to a girl is they get embarrassed. So I'm actually pretty typical in that way. I'd be embarrassed. Without thinking about it, pick a professor. I would pick the guy next to the board because he's like teaching, so that kind of looks like a professor to me. Can women be funny? Generally, they are less funny because they don't have to be funny to attain a mate. No, women are expected to be nice and quiet by society, which is just very unfair, but leads to them to being less funny. Oh yeah. I'm going to say the first one because actually it's been shown that men do have to be more entertaining and more funny and more able to attract a mate. It's actually biology. Who should spend more time raising kids? Mothers. Okay? It's mothers, fathers, whoever is able to, it should be mothers. And there's a big reason for that. Actually, two big reasons. Breasts. Breasts come in handy when you're trying to raise kids. So more time is spent by the woman, just biologically required that they should breastfeed their children. And for the first few years of a child's life, a woman plays a major role. But both parents are important for raising kids. But mother should spend more time. Has anyone ever called you sexist? Well, that is a very interesting question. Yes, it happens all the time, like once or twice, never. I've been accused of reverse sexism and it made me lol. So I've been accused of being sexist all the time. I accuse myself of being sexist because I think it's cool. Do you think sexism still exists? Nope. Okay, and what's my final score? What percentage sexist am I? I'm 100% sexist. Woohoo! I win. Do I get a prize? Yikes. Okay. This is a thing you can work on. It's not too late for you to become less of a sexist. Come join us in 2017. This is obviously an older quiz because I'm in 2018. And in 2018, you can be completely sexist and be cool. Because it's the only good thing about the 50s was the 1950s, was the hair. So that was Buzzfeed's Are You a Sexist quiz. I'll scroll all the way up to the top of it. Wow, that was very painful. What percentage sexist are you? And I'm 100% sexist. How sexist are you? Give me your score in the comments below. Thank you. This has been Socially Triggered.